I vomited into my hand. I had nowhere to put it, so I had to rub it on my clothes, right? I was on the bus and I just went, ugh, and I vomited. I'm holding the sick like that, look, and I'm thinking, I'm going to have to put this somewhere. Like, so and I was still wet from the first time I'd been sick, so I just went, I'll just fucking do it again, right? So I just put all the sick on me, right? So I get off the bus and I'm looking at my house because we're across the road and there's another patch of grass. So I go up again and I'm picking up more grass, right? And I'm just rubbing the grass off me, like.
Sippers get ready, when people get ready. Sippers get ready for tea with me.
Sippers, welcome to this episode of the Tea With Me podcast with me, Shane Todd. Before we get into the meat of this episode, I got to tell you a couple things. Number one, thank you to everyone that sold out the Wall Garden show in Bangor as part of Open House Festival. That's going to be great. I've done stand-up there, I think 3 years in a row as part of the festival, and it's one of the best venues around because it's outdoor. They've got a lovely tent thing set up. What do you call that when it's not a tent but it's more than that? Marquee. There's a distinct difference between a gazebo and a marquee, and this, make no mistake, is a marquee right in the heart of North Down. It's great. Everyone going to it will have a great time. We'll do a bit of stand up at the start. Speaking of Waterfront Hall, the Friday show is pretty much gone. There's some single seats left. You could probably get a 2, maybe quite high up or something. And then the Saturday, which is the what of November? 30th of November. We still got tickets left for that one. The lineups will be confirmed soon, but split over the 2 nights. One guy is from Cork. One of the other guys, Cork, Ballybean, Blacks Road, Hollywood, but thinks he's from Bangor. I'll give you a bit of a clue. And we'll of course be doing stand up at those as well. There'll be no more dates after that. ShaneToddComedy.com. You want to come see my tour? I'm going everywhere, and hopefully by this point we'll have announced the America, Canada, Middle East shows and some other bits and pieces. A couple of Europe shows as well. ShaneToddComedy.com. All the links for those are in the description. We are sponsored by none other than Manscaped. It's the summer. I was in Mallorca there, 30 degrees, and I would have felt it if I had have, because I listen, before Manscaped were in my life, I've been on holiday before in places with high humidity, and you feel it around the groin. You really do. It can stop you enjoying a holiday. But now, because I'm a Manscaped user, because I use those grooming products from Manscaped around my pubic region, I feel great. I was faster down the water slides. I was in Hydro Park in Alcudia, shout out. I was so fast going down those because I wasn't weighed down by pubic hair, right? So I was like breaking records, all sorts. And I've been down that before where I'm like double the speed. Now, basically, you want to take care of yourself, you want to groom, you want to preen, you want to do it all. Manscaped are a one-stop shop for all that. They do modern men's products and some old school ones like a cologne, you know. You go to manscaped.com, use the code Tea With Me for 20% off and free shipping. We'll keep some of the products behind us. You can go there, look at what they do. Tea With Me for 20% off, free shipping. The link is in the description. My guest this week is a really good friend of mine, and he's a friend of yours as well. He is none other than, do you have a middle name?
Martin.
Of course, why wouldn't it be? Andrew Martin Ryan.
How are you?
Do you ever sometimes you find out people, their middle name is their first, the name they use is their middle name?
Yeah.
That always unnerves me about people when you find that out.
I have an uncle called Jack.
Okay.
His real name's Bernard.
Right.
So I said, is Jack your middle name? And he went, no.
Yeah.
So he just goes by Jack, but his actual name's Bernard.
Yeah, old people love doing that.
Yeah, and his middle name is Mary. Do you know in Ireland in the 60s, a lot of men have middle names called Mary, and you can Google it.
Well, okay, not so aggressive.
No, because I knew there was a tension when I said that.
Right, yeah.
But Mary is a very common middle name for men who were born in like the 40s and the 50s.
And do you think that was the English trying to oppress the Irish people a bit more?
No,
degrade us?
Started transgenderism.
Yeah,
probably started there
in Ireland in the 60s.
Yeah. But if you Google it, it's very common. A lot of men in the countryside in Ireland would have Mary as a
lot
middle
of countryside name. Male Marys.
Male Marys, yeah.
A male Mary?
Yeah.
Like a Hail Mary?
It's a tradition that should come back, really.
Yeah, I have a middle name, and I don't like it.
Can I guess your middle name just from looking at you? Simon.
Fuck off.
Ian.
Fuck off. Is
Ian.
it? No.
Nigel.
No. Hey.
That's not
hey,
far off.
Hey, be nice.
Nicholas.
No.
Right, hold on. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Simon's close. Stephen.
No.
These are on the right ballpark.
Robin. Robin.
Yeah, it's Robin.
Shane. Oh, your name is Shane. Sorry.
Shane. Shane.
Simon.
Steinman.
Stephen.
It's Steinman.
Is it Simon?
Hey, it's Steinman.
Simon. Stephen. What else starts with an S? Is it S? Am I around with an S?
I'll tell you.
Seamus.
It's Stuart, but with
Stuart!
with an EW. Stewart.
Oh.
One of the worst, isn't it?
Oh,
It's one of the worst.
Disappointing.
Stewart. Yeah.
Stuart.
Yeah.
Oh, that's rough going. Like.
Do you know what it is? I think that was a surname for like another side of the family,
Oh.
and they wanted to keep it
There's
living.
not a lot of Stuarts left.
Definitely not a lot of Stewarts. There's a lot of Stuart,
Stuarts.
but there's very few.
do you know I have
Stewarts.
3 middle names?
Right. Mary.
No.
Andrew, Mary, Bernard.
No.
Ryan.
My full name. I'm not giving away my mother's maiden name or my date of birth or the last 3 digits on the back of the card. Andrew, Martin, Jared, Anthony, Ryan.
Yeah. That sounds like the lineup of an Irish boy band.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Andrew, Martin, Jared, Anthony, Ryan. Oh, we got. Yeah. So I was going to be called Robin Ryan, apparently.
you
So
you
my-
look like a Robin.
My mother said to me, we picked Robin,
Yeah.
and then my older brother came in when I was born and said something happened. But anyway, he said Andrew, and my mum went, Andrew's a lovely name.
Why are they letting him pick it?
I wasn't.
He's
just
like, I've had a
born.
vision if he's called Robin.
So they were going to call me Robin Ryan. So imagine my nickname would be like RR or something.
Robin Ryan's a cool nickname.
No, like imagine people calling me like, what's your nickname? There's RR. There's double R.
Robin Ryan sounds like a 60s pop star,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, so I was going to be called Robin.
That's a new one from Robin Ryan.
Little did she know she was asleep.
Sorry?
I don't know.
Sorry? No.
I don't know. Little,
Sorry?
She was asleep, mate.
Little did she know she was
She
asleep.
didn't know she was asleep. She was asleep. You don't know when you're
How do
asleep.
you know she's asleep?
I wasn't there. It was Robin Ryan. I'm not Robin Ryan.
I think you have an alter ego called Robin Ryan.
Robin Ryan.
Who's dangerous.
Martin is named after my godfather, who I never met. Don't know who he is. To this day, I still don't know who my godfather is.
What's called?
Martin, yeah, but I don't know. But I don't know which Martin. I don't know who
Right.
he was. Like,
Right.
So I said to my mom, "Who was my godfather?"
Your mum was your godfather?
No, I said to my mom, "Who's my godfather?" I said to my mother. My mother's called Patricia.
Yeah.
Right? I said to Patricia, "Who's me godfather?" And she said, "Martin." And I said, "Who's Martin?" And she said, "Oh, he was a friend of your dad's." So I went up to my dad and I went, "Who's this friend Martin?" "That's my godfather," because I'm not going to lie, not seen him.
Yeah.
Communion, confirmation, not got a card.
Yeah.
I've had no contact.
Yeah.
He hasn't taken me out. He hasn't bought me anything.
Yeah.
I said, and then they turned around and went, "We're not friends with him anymore." And then I went, "What did he do?" And my dad said, "I don't want to talk about it." So something happened with the friendship.
But I'll say this. You can just be taken off being a godfather. It's not like set in blood and set in stone.
But you know what the
Say
role
you're
of
the
a god-
godfather of my oldest child, right?
Yeah.
I could just say, you're not anymore. And you're not.
But that's not nice. Like,
No, it's not. I wouldn't do that to you. But what I'm saying is, they should have just stripped Martin of that.
and got me a new one.
Yeah.
But I've lived without him. Like, and I
No, I don't think you need him.
I don't think I need him yet. But there's been a gap. There's been a shadow.
I guarantee if you tracked him down, you would hit him with like backdated invoices.
Yeah,
You just set him down.
Like, I'm a godfather at the moment. Are you a godfather to anyone?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm a godfather to my nephew Oscar. Great kid. Fleeces me.
Right.
But every time I see him, chuck him a few euro.
Yep. Yep.
Good man. You know what I mean? All that kind of stuff.
I,
He's
uh,
actually going to be walking down the aisle with me when I get married.
That's bold. I thought you were marrying Julie.
No, no. He's Because I'm not doing groomsman or best
Yes,
man.
yes.
My nephew, he's my nephew and my godson, the same child, and he's gonna walk down the aisle. So he's gonna be my like,
Imagine that's when Martin shows up.
and I'd be like, too late, buddy.
I'm back, Andrew.
Like, so yeah. So I like being a godfather. I like.
There's no pressure with it.
No, but you know what's supposed to happen. If the worst happens, do you know what Godfather's supposed to do?
Yeah.
So you
take over.
Yeah. So if the parents of the child pass away,
Yep.
you take the child on. Now that's I agree to the ceremonial stuff, but I'm not agreeing to the actual care.
Yeah.
Like I was just asked to be like, you can't really turn down the role. Imagine if someone came to you and said, Shane, I'd love you to be godfather to my child, and you went, no, I'm not doing it.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can't turn it down.
Yeah.
But then again, you're signing up to a lifetime of potential.
Because
child
if
rearing.
they come to you on your wedding day, imagine that. You come to me on the day of my wedding.
yeah, you insult me and my family.
Looking for a favour. I was nearly called something totally different.
What?
Up until like a week before I was born, I was getting called Henry. Imagine
Henry
that.
Todd.
Henry Todd.
It's like a lord of a manor.
Henry Todd either sounds like that or like a Cockney stock exchange guy who'd swindle you out of a lot of money.
I was just about to say crypto.
Henry Todd.
I was just about to say crypto there.
Crypto guy?
Like Henry Todd, crypto, Bitcoin, DM for details. I've changed my life in 7 seconds.
Yeah.
Like sleazy, shoes, no socks, drinks
Yes.
Malibu and milk.
Yeah, slick hair bar.
Wears a scarf in a nightclub.
Yeah.
Henry,
I would have hated to be called. If you could pick your name, if you go back in time, pick your name, what would you pick? Something cool like Diesel?
I really love Brendan.
That's where our heads are at.
What?
Diesel. If you could pick any name as a kid, Diesel, you, Brendan.
I think Brendan's a solid name. If I meet a Brendan, I'm thinking he's good with his
Brendan's
hands.
a solid guy. Pardon?
He's good with his hands.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brendan, to me, are like physical people. If I meet, I've never met a Brendan in graphic design.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Brendan's a spark.
Or
Brendan's a plumber.
Woodwork. Yeah.
Carpenter.
I think it would be dangerous if I could have picked a name when I was younger because I would have picked something silly. But now, like I love my name, so I wouldn't change it.
Yeah,
I love
but it's
my
going
name.
out of date, isn't it, Shane? It's not a common name in it. Like, Gary Neville. Did you hear Gary Neville talk recently? In 1980, there was 40,000 Garys in the UK, and he checked it recently. In 2022, there was something like 107.
Yeah.
And I think because now we're getting what Mias,
Yes.
we're getting Alphas,
Jacks.
we're getting Sophias, we're getting
Cody.
Amaras, we're getting we're getting all these kind of like cushiony names.
Yes. Yep. Yep.
Rolo.
Yeah. I think the most popular name when I was younger was probably Matthew.
Yeah,
That was a big one.
David.
Dave.
Down in Cork, David would have been a big
Richard.
popular name.
No, that's probably a bit before my time, but like even my dad, like Dennis. But those names sometimes come back in. You know what I mean? That we cute old
They
man
become
names.
retro names then.
Yep.
I have two brothers. Do you know what their names are?
No.
Right. One's called Ian,
Yeah.
and the other one's called Emmett.
Right.
I think Emmett's a cool name.
Emmett's like tough. Emmett's a tough guy.
Yeah. My
Most
favorite
Emmets are
name,
tough guys.
I like Brendan, but I also love Dylan, but spelled D-Y-L.
Yeah.
D-Y, but you can do D-I-L-L, can you?
Oh yeah, but that's a poser.
Yeah. So I think Dylan is a beautiful name for a child.
Any wild names when you were in school? Anyone in your class? You were like, I love that. name.
Imran, he was a lovely fella.
Yeah.
He's from Pakistan.
Yeah.
Imran Ali, and his parents moved over, and so back in the 90s, I suppose when I was in school, Imran was a good laugh. He was good. Imran was good.
There was a guy from Pakistan in my class called Solomon. Brilliant name.
What a great name.
Brilliant
I can
name.
imagine he's got like gold chains on him and everything.
No.
Solomon's a very Arabic, Middle Eastern.
Yeah.
Like,
Solomon Iqbal.
yeah, it's
That
a
was
very,
the name.
it's a name of status.
Yep.
It's a beautiful name.
And then there was a girl in my class in primary school called Liesel. She was Welsh.
What's it
I
called?
think. Liesel.
Liesel.
Like Lisa with an L at the end. She was Welsh, I think. Liesel.
Yeah, the Welsh names and the Welsh language now is a bit
Stupid.
It's a bit
It's a bit much.
when float me boat, like
Yeah, it's a bit
a
much.
lot of words, a lot of letters and that in there.
Sippers, let me take a very quick moment of your time to tell you that we are sponsored by our friends at BetterHelp. Nowadays, feels like everyone is comparing themselves to other people, whether it's work, personal life, whatever, especially with social media. You see what people are doing, it makes you feel maybe bad about what you're doing or that you're not doing enough, especially on that Insta, Therapy can help you focus on what you want instead of what you think you should have because you're basing it on other people. Even with stand-up and stuff, sometimes, you look at these big arena shows or someone's doing a Netflix special or something, you're going like, oh, am I doing something wrong with not doing that? And then you realize you should just be happy with what you're doing, but it's easier said than done a lot of the times. Whether or not you've been through therapy personally or someone who has, it can be a great way about helping relieve a lot of issues that you might be going through, things you need to maybe talk out. The great thing about BetterHelp is, because I know especially in this part of the world where we can be weird about the idea of therapy or going to speak to someone, it can feel daunting or overwhelming. With BetterHelp, you do it online. You get matched up with a therapist that will suit you, and if you're not happy, you can change your therapist at any time. Everything is online to be convenient and flexible to when you are free. You fill out a brief questionnaire and you get matched with a licensed therapist. You can go to betterhelp.com/teawithme to get 10% off your first month. That's betterhelp.com/teawithme. Stop comparing and start focusing with BetterHelp. The link is in the description. Back to this episode. Can we talk? You booked something today. Can we say that you've done that without?
Yeah. I booked my wedding.
Is that exciting? Are you as much of a nightmare as we think you would be with like planning wedding stuff? Like that?
I've 2 Excel spreadsheets on the go now.
Would you say you're doing more for the event planning than your fiance?
We're talking.
Yeah. Do you say to her like, "I got this" sort of thing?
No, when it comes to the things that we have to book,
Yeah.
music, ceremony,
Food.
humanist, food, we do that closer to the time, and photographer and videographer. Once we get them booked in, because those people get booked in advance.
Yeah.
Once we get them booked in, I withdraw then.
Oh, right, okay.
I'll withdraw. Once we get the people we need booked, she's designing the tables.
Once
doing
it's
that.
all booked, you'll stop booking things.
Once I've booked it,
Yeah.
I withdraw.
Yeah.
And I go, the rest is yours, darling.
There's nothing to do.
Well, there is, but there's nothing you can do until closer to time, like.
Right. And are you, like you said, it's going to be humanist?
Humanist, yeah.
Yeah. That's
We're
important
not
to you.
religious, like.
Yeah.
But I've noticed, I go to, I've no problem with that.
Yeah.
And I'd go to one.
Yeah.
And I'd observe it, but for me,
Yeah.
it's easier humanist. You can kind of write it yourself.
And are you going to do, is there going to be anything like out of the ordinary at this wedding? Like,
I'm not doing the best man.
Right.
I'm not doing grooms people. There's no.
Is that
bridal
because you
party.
did you not want to offend me or like?
No, I'm not paying for
Butler's
going to
be
suit.
devastated.
I'm not paying for
That's as
someone.
close as he would get to a wedding, like.
I'm not
Paying on the altar.
I'm not paying their suits.
Right.
Fuck
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. Would you let Aaron Butler be like a wee page boy or anything like that with your godson?
Hey, I haven't thought about the roles yet, to be honest with you.
Yeah. If you had a best man,
could
who would it be?
My brother,
Next down the list.
my other brother,
Next down the list. Be honest.
my friend Shane Casey.
Next down the list.
I wouldn't ask.
Yeah, he's in
anyone
Young
else.
Offenders. Get him.
Yeah, but he's got a speech. I'm
That'll be good.
asking
In character?
I'm asking 2 people to speak. Not in character.
Please.
He comes in and just smashes the fucking place up. So I was a groomsman at his wedding,
Oh, nice.
and but at my one, I'm asking because obviously I've only got my siblings, so normally parents speak and stuff. Obviously I won't have that, so I'm asking him to speak as like him and my brother to speak.
Yes.
So it's like 2 best men, but they're not officially best men.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
wear
yeah.
whatever suit you want, but I'm asking 2 people to speak.
I like that because sometimes you get too into like the traditions of
Yeah.
it has to be this or it has to
And
be
we're
that.
not like doing a top table.
Yeah.
We're just going to sit in the middle on a table for the 2 of us, and we're going to sit right in the middle and everyone around us. So I can just have a look at everything. Like,
Can be honest? That's weird. That's
What?
weird.
What's weird?
Table for 2 in the middle of the room.
Yeah, the love table. I want a table for 2 in the middle. It's just me and Julie having the dinner.
Lady
I
in
don't
the
want to be
Tramp.
talking to I want to be talking to the wife, man. What are you on about?
But are you going to sit side by side or facing each other?
We'll sit in the middle. She'll look at me. Oh, look, your man over there now. I'm like, can't believe I'm paying for that. I'm paying for that. It's a table for 2. It's a love table, like. The table. It's a love. We've just got married, Shane.
Yeah, no, I get that, but it's all. Please don't have a table for 2. Don't have a table for 2.
The venue pitched that to us.
Yeah, I probably as a joke because they know you do stand up.
They didn't know what they don't know. They don't know nothing about me. They know nothing about me. I was disappointed with that actually.
Yeah.
Because I thought I was going to get some sort of a discount. Like,
We did.
did you have the top table?
Oh, top table.
I don't. What? No.
I did feel weird at the top.
Yeah, it's awful.
People assume as when you do stand up that you love like any form of attention. The thing I really didn't enjoy at all was when you walk into the room and have to do a kind of half dance, half walk.
Oh, I'm dreading it. And do you know what else I'm dreading? I'm dreading the speech.
Yeah, I was real nervous.
When I proposed to Julie, and I don't know what you were like when you proposed to your wife.
To Julie.
And
You were like, it made it sound like I also proposed to Julie.
okay, well listen, I haven't been told that yet.
Yeah, I didn't.
I was so nervous proposing, and we're quite extrovert people in terms of what we do and stuff.
Yeah.
But when it comes to a lot of personal stuff, I actually think we are the actual opposite of it, because I think comedy and our performance style comes from a thing that we have inside us to express, and we're observers and we are reactors to whatever's happening in the world and stories and stuff like that. But when we have to actually turn the camera on us, I actually believe comedians are quite vulnerable, and I think we use a lot of comedy obviously to mask that and perform that. And when it came to me proposing to Julie, I was a bastard all day. I was so nervous.
Yeah,
I was terrified. I was annoying her.
You did it on holiday, didn't you?
I did it on holiday. Get up that morning, go for breakfast. I was like, oh no, come on, we gotta eat. I'm like, okay. And then like, she was like, what do you want? Get me a coffee. And she's like, get it yourself. I was like, you fucking get it. And like,
the day of your propose, do you want a coffee?
I was so nervous,
Get it
man.
yourself.
I was so nervous. And then I had the ring upstairs. I put it in my socks.
Yes.
I put the ring in the socks, like, because I didn't want the bulge of it to see the box, like, And because I knew
let the bulge see the box. No like it. No like it.
So she didn't. So I proposed out in the balcony. Could barely make eye contact with her.
Yeah.
Couldn't make eye contact with her.
I feel you. I was exactly
Were you the same as well?
Yeah, 100%.
Were you Did you ad lib it, or did you prepare what you were going to say?
I was beyond nervous, but I want to know. She did it on the balcony of the room,
overlooking the sea. Yeah.
Now you just went away with her mum and dad. So did they
didn't
know?
Go. They
didn't know.
No, they didn't come.
Oh, okay.
Julie's dad was very sick. Unfortunately, he was very sick, and he was in hospital for quite a while.
Oh, okay.
So they had to step.
Would you have told them about it
on the holiday?
Yeah.
I only decided to propose while I was on holiday. I'd no ring. I bought the ring down the road in Malaga. Did you not hear what happened?
No.
So I'm in Malaga, and we love a bit of day drinking. Now I knew I was going to propose anyway.
Right.
But I didn't know when in the year. We'd gone to Donegal couple of weeks previous, and I was kind of thinking maybe doing it in Donegal. And then I was like, oh no. Then I was thinking I'm going on tour in September, and I don't think it's right to be in that kind of zone of working 4 days on the radio, 3 nights on the road, and I wouldn't be able to spend time with her.
Yep.
So I knew I had quite a bit of time off in July and June and July. So I thought, well, it's either going to be June or July, or it's going to be next year.
Yep.
Because if you want to do it, you want to spend time together and kind of celebrate and do nice things. So we were in Malaga, and then I just nipped off and bought a ring on the sly. What she wanted. Now, it was the ring to get her to the next ring.
All of a sudden, this is a 90s game show.
Right. Yeah. So I went into Malaga. We went into Malaga, and I just went in, got this ring.
So this is a placeholder of a ring.
I got her a ring till she got
20,
home.
20 cent machine.
Yeah.
The one you turn.
Oh no, it's fucking. Do you know? I was like, fuck's sake, like,
yeah,
it's expensive.
Yeah.
So I got it. Lovely ring. She got it. Absolutely loved it. Proposed to her. She said yes. And then I said, don't worry, there'll be another one.
Yep.
But she still has she has 2. So they're both practically identical.
Right.
And she's just worried about, breaking it or scratching it and stuff like that. So she wears one maybe when she's working. Because she's got a physical job.
So you'd had a few drinks when you went to get the ring?
No, sober.
Right, okay. I thought you meant you'd been day drinking.
No, the previous day we were day drinking.
Right.
And we had, when I say day drinking, we started at 2 and finished about 7.
Right.
And we had the best crack.
Yeah.
Just sitting in a pool bar, and then we went down to the beach and we just watching the world go by.
Yep.
And I thought, feels good. I'm feeling good. Sure, why not? Then I rang her mum and dad. No one knew, like.
Oh, so
I
you
rang
rang.
I rang them.
That's
and I said, listen.
I was more nervous doing that than proposing.
Yeah, no, I knew that. I rang them and said, listen.
Well, you'd be so gutted if they were like, No.
I rang them. I know, yeah. But
Is this a
I
prank?
I know. I rang the mother, and I said, the mum and dad were there. I said, look, are we cool with this? And
It's quite casual.
yeah, like I was like, look, it's happening. Yeah. And they were like, grand. And I said, look, you're not allowed to tell anybody because I'm not telling anybody. Yeah. Then I proposed the following night. Yeah. And then we didn't tell anybody after that. And we went out that night ourselves. And then we told people on the Sunday. So the only people to know were her parents.
Nice.
Because I had to get the permission.
Did you go down on Monday?
I did, yeah.
You have to.
I had my sliders on.
No, you didn't propose in sliders.
I think I did, yeah. But sure, it's
Oh,
not about the shoes, man.
Yeah.
It's about it's about the. I think I was in my sliders. No,
It's about the heart.
I wasn't, man. I had my Adidas on. Actually, my Adidas.
I was so nervous.
It's terrifying.
Like, so, because I had an elaborate plan and I had to make sure it all worked.
That's too stressful.
Oh, it was the most stressful day of my life.
Was it public or private proposal? Did you do it in public or
Instagram Live.
TikTok shop? But it was only you two in a room, or was
No,
people
it was
watching?
in public. It was in a rooftop bar in Amsterdam.
Brilliant.
And I've never more nervous.
And was the rooftop bar closed?
No. I made it so loud. I've told the story in the pub before, right? But if you don't know it, I'll tell you. I didn't need to I put myself under so much pressure
Yeah.
because I wanted it to be perfect. So we gone to Amsterdam before and loved it. And there's a Hilton in Dam Square. Like, so when you get the train into the centre of Amsterdam, there's like a Hilton like not far off from there, right on the water. And the rooftop bar has these views of all of Amsterdam. It's amazing. And we liked it. So in my head, the first time we were there, I went, this is where I'm going to propose.
Yeah.
So I needed to get us back to there. But I thought just saying, out of nowhere, do you want to go to Amsterdam, go to that hotel? I was like, I don't want her to know I'm going to do it. Also, I say this was in February, I know I'm going to do this. So we book it for April. We were already going away. Say, for example, in March. We had a trip in between this. But I was like, it's Amsterdam. And the in-between trip, we might have been in Spain. No, we were in France. We were in France for like 4 nights in Nice. And I said, do you want to just drive to Italy for a night? And we'll just stay in Italy. And she was like, yeah. So we drove to Genoa. It's like 3-hour drive or something. And stayed and got a deal on this like amazing hotel in Genoa. And went for a rooftop meal.
Hold on a second. You went on holiday to Nice and then went on another holiday while
for
you were
one
on
night.
holiday.
Yeah, just for one night. Went to a different country.
You're an absolute fucking nightmare. So you're on holiday and you got bored of that holiday and you went, let's go to just have another holiday within the holiday.
Let's go Genoa. But when we did that, I booked like a special dinner for the rooftop. And with hindsight, it must have seemed like that's when I was going to propose. And she thought that's when I was going to propose. And I think at the end of the night, I was like, I've got something to ask you. She's like, what is it? I was like, when we go back to Nice, can I do a tour of the football stadium? But anyway, she thought that was going to... So we were in Amsterdam, but I said, instead of going, let's just go to Amsterdam, I went, I've been booked for a gig, and me, Mickey, and Patty are doing it, and they're bringing their girlfriends and wives over. So I said, it's a 2-night thing, why don't you just like come with me? And I said, we're on an earlier flight, and then they're joining us. So I've added so much.
Layer.
So we arrived there early, and I went, no, we were staying in that hotel, but I made it seem like we were staying in a totally different hotel. So I went, do you want to just go for a drink, like by ourselves before they arrive in that hotel? And she went, yeah. So we go for a drink, we're sitting on the rooftop place, and I knew that if we were taking photos after we got proposed, like we travelled early in the morning, so she didn't have any makeup on.
Yeah.
But I knew she would look back at photos and be like, I wish I had a bit of makeup on. So I had to say to her, and also I needed to speak to the staff to let them know what was happening. So I had to basically say,
Oh, you didn't.
I basically go, here, they'll be arriving soon, you want to fire some makeup on? I couldn't think of another way to word
The
it.
worst thing you could say to a woman.
Yeah, but I couldn't think of another way to word it.
But you have to
I had to get her offside.
you had to get her into a position that was going to work.
So then I go up, and this is when I'm never more nervous. I go up to the waitresses and was like, and my voice cracked, and I was like, I'm about to propose to my girlfriend when she comes out on the balcony. So when we leave, could you bring out like a bottle of champagne for our table for when we come back, but not like like this third most expensive one. And then that was fine. She came back out, and then my like legs were shaking,
yeah,
my
it's
hands were
terrible,
shaking. I had the ring in my pocket. Even getting that through the airport, I was so nervous. And then we go out in this balcony, and there was nobody else there, which was great. was just us. Just by chance, it was just us.
Lucky, yeah.
And I said, it has this view and stuff. And I went, may as well just take some pictures now. Because she likes take holiday photos and stuff. I don't love it unless it's just me in it. And I was like, why don't I get one of you looking out over Amsterdam with this view? You send it to your mum and your sister or whatever. And then she turned around. And then when she turned around, that's when I went down on one knee and got the ring out. And then I I was so just waiting for her to turn around. Felt like it took an hour. And then when she turned around, I proposed.
Yeah.
And then for an hour, she was like, "They're going to be here soon." I was like, "Oh, there's no gig. There's no gig.
This is all.
It's all ruse."
And did you discuss getting married before you proposed?
Yeah.
So she kind of knew it was in and around that ballpark. That it could be happening.
Yeah.
It's good, man. I like being engaged. I
Yeah.
mean, you're married now with 2 kids. You've moved on from that.
Yeah.
But
Can I because marriage is about people coming together and that kind of thing, and I actually have a bone to pick with you.
Right.
I think it's great to see you living up here, making friends, doing great, but you trying to steal my mate?
Oh, Tony.
Last couple of weeks, getting the old WhatsApp photo.
Oh yeah.
The boys out on the town. What's going on here?
His missus and my missus is very close. He drinks and you don't. He
That's peer
drinks
pressure.
and you don't.
Well, I'll start. I'm gonna. Yeah, I do now. Someone get me a beer. Fuck. That's such a unfair reason to
That's life.
hijack him.
No, so
So I need the drink to be
we've
part of
been
the
out-
cool guy. Oh, the cool alcohol
No.
guys. Oh,
Shane, I might be funny with you.
they're not drinks. So what's up? What's going on?
Just hanging out.
Yeah.
We've been out twice.
No,
Tony,
man.
we've been out twice.
Yeah.
We've been out twice. And every time we've been out, he's like, oh, let's send Shane a pic. Because he's not giving me enough free tickets. I don't know. Mate, he lives near me.
The boys.
The
huh?
women are friendly.
Yeah.
If you lived near me, I'm sure my missus and your missus would be friendly, and there would be a social aspect. We've gone out, watched the rugby, and the girls gone out and had the gin and tonics and the 26-pound bottles of prosecco. What the fuck do you want me to do about it? It's great.
Yeah.
Am I being cornered?
Just think it's unfair that because I don't really drink that I would not be included.
What do you want us to do? Go to a sauna with you? Bit of fucking yoga on a Monday? A fucking ice
I was
bath?
away, yeah.
An ice
And that's
bath?
more disrespectful. You wait till I go. Oh, Tony. Oh, Tony. Couple of pints, mate. Couple of pints,
We're down
mate.
to watch the football. It's the summertime. It's all good, man. I need more friends away from comedy anyway.
I've taken him around the world. Where are you taking him? The Doyen?
Discount available if you use the code.
Yeah. That's why you take that. That's how you know it's not a true friendship yet. When there's discount codes involved. You're taking him out for discounted drinks.
No,
I take him out for full price
Oh
waters.
yeah. Oh, that's good. No, we get on great crack, and the women have great crack.
Is
They're
it exciting? It's exciting to have new friends.
Yeah, but also
Definitely friend.
like Julie was messaging his girlfriend yesterday, like
Okay.
so.
Yeah. So it's wrapped up.
Oh, we're locked in now.
Oh, do you know what I can see happening at your wedding? You little fucker. A
you
table
probably
for
won't go
four.
because you don't drink.
A table for four in the middle. That's what I can see. That's what I can see.
No, you'll sit next to each other. We could repair your bond.
Oh, there's nothing to be repaired. Unless you got something to tell me, Tony.
Mate, do you know I went for lunch with your dad last week?
No, you didn't.
I did, and his 2 friends from Dundonald.
Sorry.
Me and your dad went up to Hollywood. I was walking out. Your dad was there with a couple from Hollywood.
Yes.
They just bought a
Probably
new
Evan
house.
and Joanne.
Just bought a new house.
Right.
Right. And your dad was like, Dennis. I was like, yeah. I said, come on in. So I went in. So I sat down.
Where?
The calf next to the boxing club.
Oh, in Dundonald?
No, they're up the road. You know the boxing club that's up there?
Oh, Coffee Yard.
Coffee yard.
Right.
So I went in. Your dad had a breakfast. I had a breakfast. Had a coffee. We sat there for an hour. 4 of us, just having a great chat.
So not only are you trying to steal my friends,
Hey, you wait till you hear finding out what I'm doing with your mother next week.
if
You know, Aaron Butler's mum DM'd me last week. They're coming at me from all angles.
I will be if you fuck. See the way you're like, oh, there'll be no like, obviously like no parents speaking it. See if you get my dad to speak at your wedding.
Oh, imagine if you walked me down the aisle, your dad. Because I've no dad in the picture, so I need an elderly gentleman.
My dad could be your godfather.
Hey! He owes me lots of money. No, so yeah, so I met your dad and he invited me in. So I went in. I said, look, I've got a bit of time. So I went in, sat down and had great time with your dad. And again, he asked me to touch his stomach to feel he said to me, like, do you want to just feel that?
So not a punch. He didn't think you're worthy of a punch.
No, we were talking about the boxing and stuff. And then he just said, like, oh, he said, like, you know, I'm really strong in my core. And he was like, do you want to? So I made a calf punching a 70-odd-year-old man going, just very good. No, it's very good.
Yeah.
It's very good. But no, your dad is he's wonderful company.
Yeah.
He's a lovely man.
Yeah.
But yeah, me and Tony have gone out a couple of times. Do I have to message you? Do I have to message you if
Not at this
you go out
stage,
again?
no, not at this stage.
It's
No,
all right.
you guys
you
have
live
fun.
an hour. You
You guys have fun.
So it'll be really good. My stag do is just Dennis is on, Tony's on. Where's Shane? He doesn't drink. He's no fine.
There's damage done to my heart. And damage done to your livers. That's what I'm saying. That's all I think about, alright? Everyone likes to drink, nobody likes to drunk. Yeah. Well, the likely
But the thing is, I would invite you out all the time, but I just you wouldn't go.
Maybe because I'm not being asked. It'd be nice to be asked.
Shane, think about it.
How
Every time we've gone out, you're away. We've gone out twice. You've been away twice.
Yeah.
I'm off it now. I'm clean now at the moment because I'm going to the Edinburgh Festival. I'm not going to drink there, so I'm doing a lot of work on my show. So that was didn't I say to you that was my last night out?
All right. Yo, stop going to him for backup. Oh, Tony, didn't I say that? And Tony's like, yeah, you did, Andrew.
And then we went down to Tony's house.
Sorry?
We popped down to Tony's house, had a look around. But I was just dropping him home, like. Julie was dropping him home.
From
like.
what?
Oh, where were we dropping you home from? We were in town. Oh yeah, we're dropping him home from drinking, like.
You dropped him home from drinking?
No,
And
Julie
you've
was
been
driving.
drinking?
Julie was driving.
Oh,
Julie was driving.
you're going to jail, pal.
Julie was driving.
Your mate Tony can call in and see you. So what else anyway? You been fucking gigging or doing stand-up? Still doing the gigs? Still doing the shows?
Yeah.
Cool
busy.
FM? Were you doing radio yourself this week?
Just me and Amy. And next week, Amy and Connor are away for a while, and it's me, Jerry Lavs, and Kushla Rice. We've never broadcasted ever together, and they've asked for it to be a bit messy, so we're gonna have a bit of crack with it, like.
So they've said like enjoy
just
yourself,
have a laugh,
have fun.
go mental, have a great
Because
time.
I thought it was just you, and I was going to come and do a show with you.
Yeah, but you could come in next week if you wanted.
Tony's probably already hosting.
Tony, do you want to come in next week?
No, I would like to.
Yeah, we'll sort something out.
Do you know your show's really good for just coming on for like a good bit of time? I
Yeah.
feel like when I go and do radio, it's always too short.
Well, I had Dave Elliott in last week. He did 2 hours. He did 8 to 10.
Did he?
He did 2 hours with us. He did the kids competition. We were trying to get him to do the traffic. He did all the stuff, the features that we had. He was on for a full 2 hour co-presenting for the whole. So I'm always saying, like, people come in, you just do 5-minute chat and you edit it down to 3 minutes. I don't really like that because I don't think you get enough time to get to know someone's personality. So if you wanted to come in, say another time, and we'd say, look, you want to come in, but we'd say to you, Shane, but you can come in at 9 and do 9 till 10, but 8 to 10. Get into the real meat of the show when it's super busy with the school run and all that kind of stuff. And you can really see how we kind of spin all the plates.
Have you properly messed anything up yet? I know I asked you this last time and you were like, not really.
No, because like I do and I don't. Like, I mean, I've made a few. I had a big, Linda Bryans.
Yeah.
I had an awful faux pas with Linda there the other day. She was doing the news, right? And Linda's she's like news royalty here. She's UTV and
presented
all,
UTV news
brilliant
for
career
years.
and still does. And she was doing the news and she goes, and it's something interesting. There's a new Shrek 5 being made. Eddie Murphy and all them. And I was like, oh, brilliant. And then she went, Andrew, I didn't know that there was a Shrek 4. And I went, well, there you go now, Linda. I said, you learn something new every day. I said, you know what you do now? It says, you wake up tomorrow morning in bed. It says, get the laptop open. I said, get breakfast in bed, get yourself a good sausage or something like that, and you can watch Shrek. I was like, sausage sandwich. I meant to say sausage sandwich. And she was looking at me and I was like, sausage and bacon sandwich. Anyway, over to the weather. But like that's just because like you're just going off on a
It's raining
tangent.
dicks, dogs, cats and cats
Yeah,
and dicks.
exactly. No, nothing, man. Nothing. Like you can actually. I mean, it's great crack, but the
By
crack
this
is
point-
built about the three of us.
By this point, I'd have fucked up something really bad.
Oh yeah, I have made a mistake in terms of doing some of the stuff that you have to do on radio in the North, like Derry/Londonderry, and all that kind of stuff. So I have, you
Can I prank you sometime on the radio?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Being
It's
serious?
great crack, like.
Because I've got Dave, so I'll get you. I got Dave live
What on BBC 5, BBC
on
or
Radio Ulster.
What did you ring in? Is it?
He was doing the show with Vinny, and I I got Tony to text in because it wasn't. You know Tony, of course you do. I thought I was paranoid that they would recognize my number, so I said, "It's stupid," like. But I went, and this is a joke I've done many times before. I said, Tony, text into Radio Ulster, and because I knew Vinny would read it out, and Vinny was like, "Oh, I've got a text here. Says this person used to go to school with Dave. Used to go to Sullivan with Dave, and remember he used to be in a take." And by the way, when I did this, I knew it was only to make Dave laugh because I knew he'd be going, "That bastard." Like.
Yeah.
So he's like, "I was in a Take That tribute act with Dave and Sullivan. I think we were very excited to do it. I was Gary and Dave was Hard, and Vinny read it out and left a gap after Hard, and I could hear Dave's voice go." Ah. And then for the next couple of links, I could see what his face would look like, which is trying not to explode with laughter. And I got him.
Yeah,
And
we've had a few people try
love
to
that
get
shit.
us.
Yeah.
We've had a few people that do try to get
I
us.
will get you.
Yeah, they're like, "Can we give you a shout out to my daughter or something like that?" And you're like, "Read it," and you go, "No, you can't read it out." Like, so I'll give you an example today. We've a feature on a show called Where's Andrew, and it's about me living up here, and I go and explore the north, and every week I go to a different place and I give out clues, and people have to guess where I am. And this week's answer, this place I went to was Moneymore, right? But the clue was every adult wants a bit more of this, and right, every adult wants more of this, right? Want more money, more, right? And people were messaging Muff, like it's in Donegal, isn't it? Like he's in Muff.
Yeah.
But they're doing it in such a way that they think you're going. But we vet a lot of the stuff,
Right.
so they don't get us. Like,
Because the times I've guest hosted on Q, that the amount of stuff that comes in, you can't you would gloss over it very quick.
Yeah, like it's you could.
But I told you that Dave and I, when we did Radio Ulster, used to make up 90% of our, and I can only say this because the ship is sailed.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm not like trying to get back, and they're trying to get me back. But we used to make up so many of these shout outs, and what we would do is, this is over COVID, like, so we would tell them we're getting these from our own social media, so they couldn't vet them. So I would write 30, and Dave would write 30, and we'd print them out at home, and you'd walk in and just
Swap them
exchange.
up.
So I didn't know what he was going to read. He didn't know what I was going to read.
I love that.
And it created such a giddy environment.
Yeah.
Plus, there'd be ones I'd try and catch him out, and you could see, and he'd do it to me, and you would know that you weren't going to read those words out, so you were trying to think of something to replace it with.
Yeah.
So you'd be like, and I give big shout out to Chris and Antrim, who's just he's having a good time tonight, and that's what you wanted the other person to do, to pause, and because what you would do is it was like usually rule of 3, 2 normal ones, and then one that's had something wild in it, so you'd catch him off guard.
Because you tried to get us, didn't you, with your milking a cow blindfolded?
That's right. Yeah.
And I just went. So he actually said it live on air. I think it was the first time you came on when I was doing it,
right.
And you were like, "Oh yeah, it's great," blah blah blah. Like I was milking a cow blindfolded, and I went.
Yeah, because that was I told you that was something that was when all the Jimmy Savile stuff came out.
It was on BBC 5 Live, didn't someone?
It was Radio Ulster. It was Radio Ulster.
Radio Ulster, was it?
Someone said, because there was allegations that Savile was like Nancy. It wasn't even before, but this was like some allegations had come out, and someone texted into Radio Ulster and they read it out in obviously their very proper way, and were like, Jimmy Savile was a great man. He actually fixed it for me to milk a cow blindfolded. And then they played a song, but no one would have known. And then they had to come back and be like, "We apologise."
It's like I do love that. Some of them can be so cringy. Do you remember the one the Man United fan rang in Robbie Savage and Chris Sutton on 5 Live?
No.
But he pretended he was a Man City fan.
Right.
So he rings in, he goes, "Oh, I'm a Man City fan." And, he had a Manchester accent, and then they were like, "Oh, right." He goes, "Oh, bloody Sir Alex Ferguson, Everton's, we can't do it, it's all Sir Alex Ferguson. And he just, basically, he created a narrative of this is before City were obviously dominating, I was sitting there going, geez, this Man City fan, fair play to him for being honest, like.
Yeah.
And then you'd find out then about a week later, like, this was all a con, you know?
I spent so many nights driving home from gigs going, listening to TalkSport going,
Yeah.
I could just phone, and I wouldn't even say anything crazy, but, you know, they'll be like, oh, we're looking for an Aston Villa fan to call in this. So many nights I'm like, I could just put on a Birmingham accent and just talk normally, and I would get so much satisfaction out of it. I would love it.
I was walking through Leicester in England, Leicester Comedy Festival. I was walking through there to do my show, and BBC Midlands were doing a report. Nigel Pearson was the manager of Leicester, and there was a couple of really famous press conferences with him where he called someone an ostrich and all this kind of stuff.
Yes, that's right.
But he actually ended up staying up, and I think they won the league the next year, right, or with Ranieri. But they were stuck for Leicester fans, and there was a woman who goes, excuse me, Nigel Pearson reportedly about to be sacked. Leicester could go down. They've only got like 3 games left. Are you a Leicester fan? I went, yeah. So they put me on camera, but I knew football, right?
Yeah,
and they were like, oh, so rumours are that Nigel Pearson could be sacked. And I just went, am I looking to you or am I looking to the camera? And she just went, look to me, and I went, well, I think coming up from the Championship is a massive jump in class. I actually think it's like jumping 2 divisions. So
You're psycho.
So I was like,
You're psycho.
Nigel Pearson has actually done a wonderful job in keeping them up there on the budget that he's had against some of the teams he's played. And I think what fans need to remember is that the leap is so big that you got to give a manager time to, you know, build a squad and get his players to trust, because a lot of these players have never experienced this level before. And then we did the interview, and she turned and she goes, oh my God, you're amazing. You were so good. We needed that. And I goes, when's it going out? And she goes, it looks like it could be going on a bulletin at 9 o'clock tonight. And I went, great. No, I didn't see the bulletin because I was doing my show. But I was just like the only Irish Leicester fan living in Leicester probably in my whole time.
Yeah, but I love just that on the spot lying for no one's benefit. Like, only you're getting something out of it.
Yeah.
Do you think I could, like, so the Q radio, if you send a voice note, do they play it?
No, everything's vetted.
I was going to say, imagine I sent one now, we could see if they would play it.
Who's on now? Yaz. No, it's vetted. It's really vetted.
What if I called in?
They won't answer.
So they don't even do...
No, but if you call in, it doesn't go live anyway.
But you could do a pre-record.
Yeah, but there's a lot of pre-record.
Hey, yes.
No, but today's bank holiday, so a lot of stuff is pre-recorded.
Right.
So I could organise it for you.
Nah, because that takes away the...
No, but on someone else's show.
Yeah. I would love to call up and then something happens in the background, you know.
Well, look, next week, you know, next week will be a bit of crack. So if you want to,
I just like prank. I don't think pranks are done enough in general. People don't get
do
pranked.
the prank. See, the thing is, with a prank, you've got to do a prank in a way that everybody's going to be okay afterwards.
Yes.
Okay, it's not going to cost someone's a job.
No,
Everyone gets the joke.
Yeah.
The people working in the station can laugh it off, and the person doing it can laugh it off, and you can kind of come together and be like, all right, you got me, brilliant, love it, well done. If somebody's going to get in serious trouble over it, you kind of...
Are you a prankster?
No,
I can't
not
see
really,
you being
no.
a prank. I think you'd worry about how the person would feel.
Yeah, I would have a lot of empathy, Shane.
Yep.
A lot of empathy.
Yep.
Wouldn't want to hurt anyone. But then I've been pranked, like, I've had a few people fucking do me, like, I'm like a bull to a ring, like.
There used to be an old thing where, like, you could phone a number and it was a pre-recorded one-way conversation.
It's like, why are you stealing my Wi-Fi? Is it the Scottish guy stealing the Wi-Fi?
There was millions of them, and there was one about a dog shitting in a garden, and it was an Indian guy, and I got my dad with it once, and it wasn't funny after 3 seconds because he went for it, and I was like, oh.
Yeah. Did you hear the one in Cork that's very famous years ago? This guy, it was a radio DJ. He rang a guy, and he's ringing him saying that he doesn't have a dog license for his dog. And he rings up and the man's like, hello? And he goes, I'm ringing from the council and you don't have a dog license. I don't have any dogs. Sure, I have no dogs. And the dogs start barking in the background. I have no dogs. I goes, what's that barking in the background? What do I do? They're passing. And the dog says, you shut up. And it's so good.
One of the best ones locally was the lad's phoning this antique collector, and he's like, stupid. He's like, I'm up in the attic and I found all these gold coins and all. And then the antique guy's like, no, that wouldn't be my exact expertise, but I could put you in touch with the right people. And he's like, I just have found these wee gold coins and all in a wee bag. And he's like, yeah, I might be able to help you, but I don't think. And he goes, He goes, I can try and advise you, but I don't really know. And the guy goes, I see these wee chocolate gold coins. He goes, are they okay to eat? Wee chocolate gold coins? For some reason, the idea that they're edible chocolate gold coins, when the other fella hears it, he bursts out laughing and he loves it. He goes, fair play to you lads, and everyone bursts out laughing. That's a good one. Where like no one gets hurt.
That's the level.
Yeah.
Have you ever, when you were younger, I don't know if you did when I was a kid, I kind of I don't regret it, but like
You killed a guy?
No. But it was no. Why would I kill anyone? Before mobile.
It wasn't you, it was Robin Ryan. Oh, he's done it again. So what was that? Why are you doing it?
I don't know. Payphones were a big thing.
Yeah.
You remember payphones?
Yeah.
They're heart defibrillators now. Do you know
Well,
do you know in the south?
Yeah.
If you go past an old payphone box, they're full of defibrillators.
oh really? They used to be full of perverts.
Yeah. But it's very hard, like, you know, like to do chest compressions on someone with a phone number going for sexy time, call this number.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But when I was growing up, we used to go to the payphone, right? And we used to ring a pizza place. And you'd ring up and you go, hi, can I order 3 pizzas? And you'd order them to your friend's house. And the pizza person would just turn up and they'd be like, we never ordered. And the pizzas would go to waste. Man, we used to do that all the time. Like,
Now,
so bad.
Even now, the idea that you're like, oh no. Because
terrible,
the anxiety now.
But as a kid, like I was only about 11, 12.
There's a guy who used to be in my class who would go too far with it all. And he would order, he'd be like, watch this. And he would order. Remember there used to be more taxi firms, you know, like around Belfast. There was like loads, and he would ring multiple taxi firms to come to the house across the road from him at the same time. He was like the man at it. He go, watch this, and in 8 minutes he'd be like, look out that window, and there's like 10 taxis for the one house, and he just like stood at the window like this. He was evil. He was real evil. He used to call up people. To sell and say he was selling micro scooters, you know, like we push wheel, and he used to phone up people and say, hello, it's John Mills from John Mills Micro Scooters. John Mills, completely made up name, not made anything. And he would try and sell people micro scooters, and he was the master at it. He was really good. I used to do a thing when we were kids where I'd pretend to be Dr. Fox from Radio 1.
Oh yeah.
And we would phone girls that we knew. And be like, and I can't remember what Dr. Fox said. Hey, it's Dr. Fox from Radio 1, you're live on the show. Right? Something like that. No idea what I was doing. And it would be, can you name all the members of Blue to win it? Like it would be like a trip to Florida. And everyone fell for it. They'd be like, oh my God, Anthony, Simon, Duncan and Lee. And I'd be like, you're going to Florida! And then just hang up. That was some of the worst. But my Dr. Fox was pretty famous for a while.
Do you know what I used to do? There's a pub in Douglas in Cork called the Briar Rose. And every Friday or Saturday night, they'd have like a house band, you know? And it was always like husbands and wives would go in when they had young kids. It was like one of those local pubs, right? And we used to ring the pub and ask, and someone would answer the phone, right? And they'd be like, hello, Briar Rose. And we go, hi, is John Murphy in? And they were like, his wife's gone into labour. And she covered the phone. She goes, is there a John Murphy? Is there a John Murphy? And then one night we did it. The first night we did it, she went up and the band stopped. And the band said, John Murphy, there's a phone call for you. Right?
Maybe that was just one of their songs.
It was just like, we did that. But did you ever hear, this is a true story now, Jay.
By the way, before you go into this, I love that at the start of this, I was like, have you ever played a prank? And you said no.
Oh yeah, but I'm actually remembering now. But this is a great story that happened in Donegal. And this made the newspaper, the Examiner newspaper. And it's one of my favourite stories about people. Right? There was this elderly gentleman, and his wife had passed away. And he was living in the countryside. And he couldn't drive. And obviously he was very lonely and stuff like that. And what happened was one day the postman came out to the house and deliver some post. And he said to the postman, you're not going back into the town, are you? And he goes, yeah. He says, like, you're my last stop on my route before I go back into the sorting office. And he chants for a lift. And he goes, yeah, jump in. So he jumps in anyway, and he gets the lift up the road, whatever it is, 2 miles, something like that, 1.5 miles, 2 miles. He goes about, does his business, gets his shopping and has a pint or something like that, gets a taxi home in the evening. But then he realises, like, right, I can get a lift if the postman comes to the house. So he starts writing letters to himself. Right? So he realizes when he needs to go into the town, say if he goes in every second day or every third day, he will write a letter and post the letter so that when the postman delivers his own letter, he's like, any chance to lift back in? And he gets a lift back in. And the post people found out that he was doing it, obviously, and they were totally cool with it, not a problem. And then they did a whole article on him. He was an elderly man, but I thought it was a smart way of playing the system, getting things
And no one's getting hurt there.
No one's getting hurt there. He's right. So he would get a lift off the postman, go into the town, post another letter on a second class, and he goes, right, if I'm posting this on Monday, I'm going to get this Wednesday. I'll need another lift back in Wednesday. And then he goes back in Wednesday and he posts another letter to get him back to get another lift on Friday.
Yeah. I did something very similar on a smaller scale. The Chinese Nollywood used to be called the Dynasty. On a night out, needed a lift home, quite drunk.
Oh, you didn't.
Got a gravy chip.
Delivered.
To deliver. So I called it from outside. I was like, you deliver a gravy chip to my house. And then when the driver was walking out the door, I was like, that's me. Can you just give me a lift home if you're going up there? And he was totally fine with it. Gave me an extra couple of quid.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Yep.
That's very
It
smart.
was a red Fiesta. I'll never forget it. I think I tried to do it the next week and he's like, fuck off.
Have you ever gotten sick in a cab?
No.
I have.
You pay £100?
No. I was 18 and that was the last time I ever drank shorts. I don't drink whiskey. If you put a shot of Sambuca in front of me, I will not touch it. The amount of times I've gone, cheers.
I'm the master of it.
Oh, I am.
Tony, aren't I?
But not only
the
that.
amount of plants I've watered.
But you know what? I'm so good at doing the face afterwards as well. So what you do?
So let me see it.
So you go, oh yeah, cheers everyone. Way. Yeah. Oh, fuck me. They've changed it. Have they changed
Andrew, do that face again?
Have they changed that?
I think I know what else you use that face for.
Hi, my name's Robin Ryan. True crime with Robin Ryan.
Do you want to see my Sambuca face?
What?
I actually don't think about the face after, so you're right. Right, so shot of Sambuca?
Yeah.
Is that too much at the end?
A bit of a horse at the start. Yeah, you can overdo it as well, like.
Yeah.
But I drank shots one night and I was out and we just went in and started drinking whiskey and vodka. It's like straight and stuff. But an hour and a half later, I was in a cab going home and I vomited like down my front, and the taxi driver just pulls the car over.
Big steering wheel.
Yeah. Huh?
Big steering wheel. How small? Is it a baby?
It wasn't fucking that one, like. Anyway.
Right.
And, he just went, this was what? The year 2000? And he went, 40 quid. 40 euro. Like, this, the year 2000, like. And I just went.
And was most of it on you?
Most was on me. There was a bit kind of on the handle of the side of the door, and he was like, 40 quid and I'll still drop you home. And I just went, nah, you're all right. I got out, right? I got out and I'm walking around Cork at 9 o'clock. I'm still bright. I'm just covered in sick. So I went over to Fitzgerald's Park, right? And you know what I did? I went into all the grass. I picked a load of grass up. I just started to wipe myself with the grass, right? And then I thought to myself, would Dunn's still be open and go in and buy a new shirt? But because I'd vomited, I'd kind of sobered up a bit.
Right.
I'd kind of got a second wind, right? So I'm in Fitzgerald's Park, rubbing grass off my shirt like this, like, vomiting. And I get it, but it's all wet. Now, even I've got rid of all the kind of food, you know, it's still wet, like it's still damp, like. And I'm thinking like that, right, is there any late night shopping open?
Yeah.
So I walked up Patrick Street. Now, obviously, there was nothing open past 6, 7 o'clock or whatever, but in my head, I was like, there must be something open that I can buy. So I remember going into like a Centra or a Spar thinking they might have like, you know, kiddie stuff. Like, you know, like they'd have like kids'
You're
t-shirts.
not a kid.
No, but like I was quite small, but like kids' t-shirts or something. Like they might be running a promotion for the local GA team and they might have the jersey up. And I might just grab the jersey.
Yeah.
So I couldn't find anywhere. So I remember I got on the bus to go home.
Right.
I lived in Carrigaline, which is about, say, 25 minutes in the bus. So I get on the bus at like 10 o'clock, but my mum's still awake. So as I'm on the bus, but the travel the way the bus was going, I got off the bus in Carolina Crossroads and I vomited again. I vomited on the bus again and I got off. I was covered in sick. I was kind of like covered again. But the second time I vomited into my hand. I had nowhere to put it, so I had to rub it on my clothes, right? Right? So I was on the bus and I just went, ugh, and I vomited. I'm holding the sick like that, look, and I'm thinking, I'm going to have to put this somewhere. Like, So, and I was still wet from the first time I'd been sick. So I just went, I just fucking do it again, right? So I just put all the sick on me, right? So I get off the bus and I'm looking at my house because we're across the road and there's another patch of grass. So I go up again and I'm picking up more grass, right? And I'm just rubbing the grass off me, like. And do you know what the best thing about it was? I had a key to the door, right? Now I get in the door and my mum's in the sitting room watching, I don't know what it was, the Late Show or something like that, right? This is about 10:30 now at night. And I walk in, but I cleaned all the left-hand side. So I walked in the door and what I did was I just put my left-hand side in. I said, well, I'm off to bed anyway. No bother. Yeah, great night, Jack. Great night, Jack. Great night. She's like, okay, cool. And then I go back and I go into my sister and I stripped off. That's wrong. I stripped off. That's completely wrong, right? That's completely wrong. I stripped off. Pull all the clothes in a bag.
Robin Ryan's had a few points.
Put other clothes on, went into my sister and said, is there any way you can get this washed without my mother seeing it? I think I was only 17 or 18 now. So I would have been in a lot of trouble for doing that. But yeah, I remember vomiting using grass and then vomiting in my hands and putting it on my clothes. But it has to go somewhere. So I just went there, you know. So yeah, that was...
Hey, with hindsight, €40 would have been a bargain just to get home.
Complete bargain. Yeah. But to walk around going, there must be a football top and a Centra top that I could I didn't know what I was thinking.
That's the wildest part, that in a Centra you were like, there's probably like a nice medium t-shirt here.
There must be something. It must be doing like a... Fanta must be doing a stand or something, like it's giving away t-shirts or something. Like, I don't know. But when you're drunk and you're desperate, you fucking think of anything. Like, you know? It was mad.
I always have a fear of like waking up. I once woke up outside a hotel room door as a child, totally naked, sleptwalked. We had a layover in London for a holiday somewhere. I woke up outside the room, bollock naked. And I have a fear of that as an adult.
Oh, wow.
If I drink and I'm in a hotel.
Very common.
Outside the room.
Very common.
And then, but what do you do?
People think the toilet door, and they're going in the toilet door, they're actually going out the front door.
But what do? You
go down to reception.
You're naked.
You go down, you have to go somewhere. You have to go. Happened to me. It's happened to everybody.
That's happened to you?
Yeah, BBC New Comedy Awards with Patrick Kilty.
You and Paddy Kilty naked?
No. I never said that. Patrick Kilty was one of the judges. He didn't put me through. Fucker. Deserved it.
But after the show,
I opened the door.
All your clothes off.
No. I got really drunk with another comedian called Ian Smith. Do you know Ian Smith?
Yes.
We were staying in the Holiday Inn Express in Bath, right? So we're in Bath, and I just lost the BBC Comedy Award semi-final.
Right.
Wasn't happy about it.
Should you have won?
Yeah.
Right.
And got really drunk, and Ian was a couple of doors down, and I went in.
I do know Ian Smith.
Comedian.
Yeah.
The black-haired fella.
Yeah.
He's a really funny guy, and he was a couple of rooms down, and we were on the piss all night. Both of us didn't get through. And I got a bit drunk, and I came out my door. Now, I didn't get trapped. I was just out the wrong door, and he was like, going back in. But I was very close to doing it, like, do you know what I mean? But it's very easily done if you're drunk, you know?
Yeah.
I used to work in a hotel. I saw a guy, he was a resident in the hotel. He was living in the hotel. He worked for a pharmaceutical company in Cork. I used to work in a hotel called the Maryborough House. And they would stay 3 weeks in the hotel, go home for a week, stay 3 weeks, and they would get the suites. And he was notorious going around naked. Notorious. He was an English fella. He was notorious.
Drunk
and just naked. Eventually, the hotel had to ring the company, like, and say, "Listen, this guy's cock and balls are out every Tuesday night, like."
Yeah.
It's fucking christening on in there, like.
Yeah. I didn't realise Cork's full of big pharma.
Viagra's made near my house.
Right.
Pepsi, Glasgow Smith Line.
Sounds like a good night.
Yeah. Pepsi, Viagra, massive pharmaceuticals down there. Brilliant.
Because when we were doing the tour show there,
Boston Scientific.
T1, we didn't realise. And near where the airport is, they're all there. And our driver was like, "Oh, Cork's huge for it."
Oh,
I didn't know.
Very well educated people, good access in and out, good quality of living, low corporation tax. What's not to love if you're a big pharma?
What am I going to do? Final question. What am I going to do when I'm doing my tour show in Cork?
Well, you're down the night before with me.
Yes.
Because we're doing the show at the Everyman for Cork City Football.
It's terrible timing for me to do that.
Why?
Just because my show's the next night.
It's a completely separate crowd, man.
Okay.
It'll be a completely separate crowd.
Okay.
If anything, will help you.
Okay.
So look at it as a positive.
I'm seeing it as positive. I'm just going, fuck myself there.
Yeah, but I wouldn't really worry about it. It's completely different. Completely different.
Okay.
So, don't cancel.
I'm not going to cancel. I
know. Well, I'll be down. I'm down with you as well because I'm doing my tour show that night as well somewhere else.
I've really fucked myself.
But mine's an hour away, so.
Right. What I'm saying is, what are we doing during the day? Give me some activities.
Mate, I'm there. What do you want, baby?
I want to swim. No,
Okay.
too late in the year. I don't.
What do you want? I'll bring you out in Cork for a day. Bring someone to bring a camera crew and we'll do a day's shooting.
What are we going to do, though?
I'll bring you to Fota, the wildlife park. That's brilliant.
Okay.
There's loads of monkeys and lions.
Are you in the car?
No, but they walk around you, like.
I don't want that.
That's brilliant. That's where the Football Association of Ireland have their training camp, their summer camps. That's where all this.
In a wildlife park?
Yeah, it's next to the wildlife park, yeah.
Right.
Fort Island. I could take you to. I'll bring Shane Casey with us as well. Shane Casey to do a tour for you from the young offenders.
Okay.
We'll start something.
Nando's?
Yeah, there's Nando's there. Yeah, Nando's. We've everything like.
Okay.
What else do you need?
Viagra, Pepsi.
Viagra, Pepsi. I'll show you where I got sick. We'll organise something.
And did you say you were able to jump on my show that night and then you're going to yours?
I think I'll be able. I think I'm sorry now. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry. You do a favour for me.
Yep.
I'm doing a favour for you.
You come to see me on the day of my Cork show. There's
Yeah.
nobody here. Too big of a venue.
Tito, fuck off, Tito.
Andrew, please promote your tour.
I'm on tour September. Most of the Northern Ireland dates are sold out. There's only a few tickets left for the Opera House in Belfast. Thank you very much. I'm also doing a live podcast, Cork and the North podcast, Sunday the 22nd of September at the Die-In. It's half full already. Tickets only went on sale yesterday and it's half full. Appreciate that. And also follow me on Instagram. And if you like my kind of style, please do pop along.
We'll put your website in the description of this episode.
Can I just say as well, I'm doing my first ever Fela on the 7th of August at the Devonish. Never done Fela before. Very excited to be offered it. So Wednesday night, the 7th, I'm coming home from the Edinburgh Festival to do Fela, and then I'm going back to the Edinburgh
See,
Festival.
that's exciting. That's a bit of fun.
And it also breaks up the Edinburgh because I finish Edinburgh. I'm coming home Tuesday night after my show from Edinburgh. I've all day Wednesday at home, do my Fela, and then I don't go back until the Thursday. And I have a little break from Edinburgh, and then I'm only home for a weekend in Edinburgh. I've only done 10 nights in Edinburgh, so.
Cool. Do you want to go to Wagamama for lunch?
Yeah, we'll do something, yeah.
No, like now.
Yeah, we'll do something, yeah. Yeah, we'll do it now.
Yeah, but do you want to go to Wagamama instead of something?
Yeah, I just said yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do something.
But you're like, we'll do something, meaning like we'll do something similar to that, but it might not be that.
We'll do something. But is it definitely Magamama?
Let's go there instead.
Simples get